Hello, this is Daily75 Games. Welcome back to another Let's Roleplay of Dragon Age Inquisition. I am Theron, the Dalish Mage, and as you can see, when I escape, it says I have power 17. I just noticed that myself. This is what happens when you don't have a manual. You have to go online to see the manual, and I haven't bothered if anyone who hasn't played the game yet. I don't know. I mean, there was a collector's edition, and you know what? I might have gotten that instead. I have the deluxe. It's not the digital deluxe. It might as well be because I never have to.
Nothing to report.
I don't know. I don't even need the DVD. I bought it. I have a physical copy of it, but for some reason you still have to download the entire thing from Origins. So.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay.
Nothing to report,
Okay,
sir.
I keep clicking on her. Some loot right here. Weighted dagger, a bowstring. And change the party. What's this? Equip potions. Well, we already have all our potions. Inspect requisitions. We know we need 3 more for elven locks for this. And the only other thing to do is rest. Now, I believe the dwarves were the ones who hired the bandits, if going by the letters we found. I'm not sure what they have going down here then. Were they digging in here? Or did they dig out of here? Royal Alfred. No, that's rare. I've only found one of those so far. That's my second one. I hear a waterfall. There's a nug. Some iron on the way. I don't know, is this just... Oh my gosh. That is a dragon. It just says front left leg. Yeah, I heard that the bosses can have different body parts that you have to fight to defeat it. And it says 12, and it has a nice big red skull, which means we would be dead. I don't really care to anger a dragon regardless, unless it's causing trouble to the region. As the Inquisition, yeah. As far as I know, that my experience, Dalish avoid dragons. But there's so few of them, they haven't really been an issue in recent memory.
Up she goes.
Whoa! Don't come over this way, dragon. I think it's doing circles around that valley. Uh-oh. Guys, let's go. Come on. Fireball incoming! Let's leave. We do not need to get hit. I think possibly is the dwarves tunneled into there and found a dragon, and now they all died, which would be my guess. Maybe a dragon lived in that valley. You have to let everyone...
I'm watching you, Varric, just so you know.
Well, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. What did I do now?
Nothing. Yet. Just keep it that way.
Varric Tethras, paragon of good behavior, at your service, Seeker.
I'm going to have to let these Shem know about the dragon in the valley and not to go down there. We don't need this camp that we just took to be destroyed. Because I'm pretty sure the dragon can fly up this way if it wanted to. But it could be down there protecting something. Who knows? Maybe there's a nest. It may have eggs. And oftentimes dragons are accompanied by drakes, though. And dragonlings. Based upon what I know. There's something here. Oh, Drakestone. Oh. There's some flower over here. Ambrium. I didn't need to light it on fire. Yeah, I haven't never seen a dragon in my life, and that one was throwing fireballs at us from the sky. I don't know how we could fight it. Varric and Solus and I could try shooting at it, but I don't think that we're seasoned enough for such a creature. Well, this is where that little dungeon was. So let's grab these Drake Stones. I actually don't know what you do with Drake Stone. In character and out of character. I have no idea what you do with it. But, like, we're gonna have a whole bunch more Drake Stone over here. We're gonna have a whole bunch of ingredients, or crafting materials when we get back. Now, I kind of have a feeling that I'm making a mistake here. Now, if you remember, the war table gives you a time. What's this? Master of Horses. That's what I've listed as the quest. What's this up here? Business arrangements. Okay, that's where the brother killed his other brother. Ocularum. Well, I was going to say, I think we should actually head back to the war table and assign more people. The world map is pretty close. Assign the agents, because they have a time and in order to do their jobs, and I think that they're all done, actually, because we've been out here for quite a while. We still don't have those bloody horses yet. Okay, we need to go back up this way. Sorry, Mr. Fennec. Let's run back. It's a little bit important to do so. We don't have our horses yet, and it would make sense to do that, but that's way out there. It's quite a bit of a distance. We'll have to take care of that when we come back. Grab those horses. But I'm pretty sure it's important that we get... there's a whole bunch of diplomatic or spying or even by force missions for our agents, and they need to be taken care of. Because by the time we got out here... Master of Horses. By the time we got out here... Let's go back to Haven. I think one of them had already completed their mission. Some items recovered in battle may later be worth studying. Know the enemy. Quest 1 of 2. Let's head back. Travel. Yeah. I mean, it's just... I mean, the people in the Hinterlands, the refugees, should be okay for several days. And it's going to take quite a few days to get there and back. So, maybe about a week. Templar Order, the traditional... Wow, this is a lot of reading. I don't even know if I have time. I can try going through it. Often portrayed as stoic and grim, the Order of the Templars was created as the martial arm of the Chantry, armed with the ability to dispel... Yeah, I didn't have time. I haven't seen anything with that much reading in it while you're loading. And since it's on my solid-state drive, it loads, I would say, probably 3 times as fast as before. Hope everything is still okay in Haven. We haven't been here for... few days, maybe about a week. But wait, the blacksmith. I'm surprised there's all these people out here.
Better horses, you think that'll make a difference?
I forgot how cold it was up in this mountain.
In the Hinterlands are faster and
so all these people here, and there's no horses for us to use.
A good horse can make all the difference.
Yeah, a good horse can make all the difference.
The mare I grew up with saved my life. She died when the demons attacked.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look around here and see what I can do with these crafting materials. I don't think you want to see me struggling for the next 10-15 minutes trying to figure out what's what. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've distributed a bunch of modifications to the rest of the party. So when you go into here, you have modify weapons, modify armor. This is the blacksmith. Craft weapons, which is crafting the... it's not just weapons, but it's the modifications as well, and craft armor. We don't have anything really that we needed to craft. I did craft a few modifications, and distributed them around. This helmet doesn't look that great on me, but I've got that apprentice cowl, which is pretty nice. Rare item, as far as I can tell. And I'll be using that once I gain another season. So this is the hut that I woke up in. Apparently, to get all the digital deluxe items, you're supposedly be able to loot it from the chest from where you wake up. And there's nothing here. Absolutely nothing in this whole hut. Well, maybe that was the original armor I had. It wasn't that great. So I'm not sure. Like, can I talk to Varric? Will he say something?
Need something?
Yeah, tell me about the red lyrium that you mentioned.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
Yet we're finding it on the surface now.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
No. And I'm not sure if it's like the first two... Well, the first Dragon Age Origins where you could basically exhaust a lot of the conversation right away. And I'm just going to say a little bit at a time to each of the people. What does this say? I've missed this before. The Sigyn Maiden. Have you ever heard the story of King Bedwin? Bedwyr, like most kings, was a man of great pride who expected nothing but complete loyalty from his subjects. He believed the best way to achieve this was through fear. After all, those who feared him would never cross him or question his rule. Most importantly, those who feared him would always seek to please him. Bedwyr cultivated terror in his subordinates through the gleeful and unrestrained use of a contraption referred to as the Maiden. The Maiden was a hinged iron casket as high and wide and deep as a man, with vicious spikes within, meant to pierce through the poor soul locked into it. Bedwin's Maiden was a prized possession and stood in a place of honor in his throne room, often with a screaming victim inside it. Nice. Oh gosh. Political rivals, suspected assassins, treasonous ministers, the Maiden consumed them all. But as time passed, more people were given to the Maiden for increasingly trivial offenses: the cook for oversalting the king's food, the page boy for dropping his sword. The Maiden cast a pall over the kingdom, and his people prayed for deliverance from their cruel king. Sorry, I'm still not feeling well. This is the same day that I had said that I wasn't feeling well before. Throat's sore. Then one day a strange woman rode into the city. She called herself Ember, and was an emissary from a far-off land. Her leaders had heard, she said, of Bedwyr's wisdom and authority, and she sought the king's counsel. The thought that he had earned the adulation of brother kings across the sea made Bedwyr swell with pride, and he granted Ember an audience. They dined and danced, and throughout it all, Ember flattered and fawned on the king. At the end of the night, Ember asked to see the Maiden, the infamous device that had given Bedwyr all his power. The king, giddy with praise, proudly presented Ember with the empty contraption. Ember looked at the Maiden, sighed with disappointment, and said, "That does not look terrifying at all. I should have imagined the spikes to be sharper." Bedwyr grew red at her comment and replied, "The spikes are sharp enough. Look at the blood that still clings to them." "But it is so small," said Ember. "Are only children and women its victims?" Bedwyr grew redder still and replied, "Of course not. The Maiden has devoured many men." Ember shook her head and said to the king, "I do not believe it. Surely no warrior could fear this thing. A man like yourself, tall and muscled, would not fit within." The king laughed and saw a way to prove the merit of the Maiden to Ember. "I will show you how easily a man like myself could fit," he said, and with that he stepped into the device. But Ember was waiting, and no sooner had Bedwyr squeezed himself into the iron casket than Ember slammed it shut on him. Ember took the Maiden, with the screaming Bedwyr inside, through the castle and down into the city, and the people, finally freed from the king's tyranny, cheered and danced to the singing that echoed through the streets until Bedwyr was dead and it finally stopped. A tale told often in the Singing Maiden Tavern.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe now,
Wow.
giving those people some real help.
It's almost as if Mother Giselle brought the troops out there by going herself.
Probably should listen to what she was saying about Mother Giselle. Solus?
Closing the breach is our primary goal. but I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture. You are Dalish, are you not?
Yes, I am. The Dalish are the best hope for preserving the culture of our people.
Our people. You use that phrase so casually. It should mean more. But the Dalish have forgotten that, among other things.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
While they pass on stories, mangling details, I walk the Fade. I have seen things they have not.
I didn't know he was hostile towards the Dalish, at least what they're doing.
Irabellas, Haren. If the Dalish have done you a disservice, I would make that right. What course would you set for them that is better than what they know now?
You are right, of course. The fault is mine, for expecting what the Dalish could never truly accomplish. Irabalas, Dalin. If I can offer any understanding, you have but to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay, so there's two buildings here. What were they? One was Solus, one's the Apothecary. I think that's just another tavern. How many taverns are there here? So I have a bunch of other ingredients. Not sure what else I can do. I mean, this is equipping potions I've already made, so what about upgrading potions? I don't think yeah, here's tonic. This tonic's grenades, so we have... Oh, rock armor tonic. 18 Alfred, I have 79. 1 Crystal Grace, I have 1. But this is upgrading, isn't it? Potions. Increase healing 1. Okay, so this does take a lot of elf fruit. 29, I have 79. I thought I had enough. Well, let's see about increasing... Oh, well, Dawn Lotus, I have 0. So we need that. Regeneration. Royal Alfred, I have 2. We could try that. Oh, this... Yeah, we can actually do 2 of these. Increased duration, so... I'm not sure about how much it went up. Increase healing. That's a lot of our elf root used. Okay, so... Lyrium Potion. Increase maximum mana, 1 Black Lotus we do not have. Yeah, this is why I'm picking up so many elf root. I didn't know I'd need so many. But you really do. Oh, this is not where I want to go. Out, out, out. So, do we even have a grenade? We have something called Antiva Fire. I think I bought this, actually. This is just upgrade. So, tonic, no tonic, rock armor tonic. This we can research. Potency, duration, armor rating by 11. Potency. Let's go with increased duration, 30 seconds. Okay, so what potions can we make? Regeneration, rock armor. 12 bonus armor rating for 60 seconds. Can we make one of those? Elf root. We should be able to. I think what you have to do is you go through them. The only person that can use like the Antiva Fire. Spread sticky fire at the target location, causing 46 burning damage every second to enemies inside the fire. The fire remains for 30 seconds. That's quite a bit of damage. Blood Lotus, I have 4. But, I mean, you have to go to each person. She hasn't actually used regeneration. Yeah, I don't know. We need, like, 2 more slots. Apparently, eventually you'll be able to research another slot.
Sir.
What's the catch?
Okay, so let's go and see about researching and sending off the agents at the war table. Oh, what's going on here? It wasn't like this last time we were here.
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mage!
Enough!
Knight Commander!
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
That was interesting. Why is that Chancellor still here? But I'm going to end the video here, guys. It's been 20 minutes, and the next video we'll ask Cullen what that's about, and go to the war table and research items in the next one. Talk to the other people around the haven as well. We'll see you.